All right, guys. So this is going to be the last of the last, and then I'm going to have to say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I got it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, anyway. So I've got 3 packs like this, and there'll be some extras in here. And then I'll show you some other stuff, okay? So basically, let me just show you what I put in here. I like to turn it over so it's flat. I left off with these. These were the last pieces. Sorry, guys. I just ate, oh my God, some really spicy salsa. Ooh. And I'm just like, and I shouldn't have done that before getting on camera, but here we are. Okay, so all of the lace that I'm calling these, I guess they're just lace packs, and they're kind of different, but they have, you know, some panels. So the panels I put in this one, these are really nice. Let's do the pin test and see. Yeah, these are good for, you know, poking pins through, but I would use these for like covers or flaps or parts of covers. They certainly could go into quilting pieces too. Just whatever you want. Y'all are the experts. I'm just the seller. I'm just the seller, man. Okay, there's that one. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, did I put 2 of those in there? I'm just remembering when I first showed it to you guys. 8, okay. And 9. I think there's 3 of these packs, but 2 of them have 9 pieces and 1 of them has 7. Okay. And those are really pretty for, I think you could satin stitch those as well. This pack has all of this pretty eyelet. And it looks like it comes from the bottom of like a curtain of sorts. So, and I've sold some of this before, just this part of the eyelet, this design here, motif. So there's that piece. And there's another longer piece. There's a lot in there. Looks like somebody took it off the bottom of, oh, that's not longer, it's another half piece. So it looks like, you know, somebody took it off the bottom of some curtains. And I got this at a thrift store years ago, a while ago. So there's 3 pieces of that. And then you've got a lot, and I won't unfold all of it, of this beautiful pretty lace, pink lace. And some of these I've, you know, cut some snippets and for Happy Mail, and some of them are just, it's just all of it, you know. So there's that, and there's quite a bit of it there. A lot of it there. If you love pink, it's got the scallop edges. Okay, so there's that. And then I should call this piece the eyelet pack. It's going to be number 148. Because why the eyelet pack? Because there's a lot of eyelet in it. I guess some people call this cut lace, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. I just learned something new every day. Watching videos, and you can make your own packs. I mean, these would be pretty cut up, and you put your own fabrics in there and little snippets and sell your little packs. Just, you know, don't overdo it with the price, guys. Crafting shouldn't be overly expensive. Good Lord, it just shouldn't. It should not. Okay, but junk journals, when you make journals, that's where your money should go. I'm just saying. I'm just talking with y'all. Don't be mad at me. So there's quite a bit of it there. A lot. It unfolds again, and this folds out into 2. So there's a bunch of eyelet. And I'm not going to measure anything, so please don't ask me. It is what it is. And then in this pack, you get this gorgeous, beautiful lace here. I probably kept the snippet of this for myself. I'm pretty sure I did, because some things, you know, I like, one of the notes that I made for this video is when I send Happy Mail, it's all so different. So Happy Mail I sent to one person might be in volume in comparison to Happy Mail I sent to another of, you know, my friends, because they have different styles. And so one Happy Mail I send to someone might be completely not skim. It's not that. It might not be as voluminous, I guess, or there might not be as many. There might not be as much heft. Okay. Whereas a Happy Mail I send someone else, it's hefty, and that's because I have a lot of that. So, and this is really pretty. This is a blush. This almost looks like avocado dye. If you're looking at it in person, there's that much of it. It's got an old tag on it right there that's yellowed and stapled. I didn't remove it. I just put it all in there. And then this piece here also has, it says 1.5 yards, or 1 1/3 yards, and this yellowed ticket here, and it's been tied together with some seam. What do you call that? I don't know. I don't want to think it wastes too much time, but anyway, because I'm only doing 2 videos, and it's pretty. It's a long lace. So there's the beginning of it, and it goes and goes and goes, and there's the ending of it there. It's got about, I can't say yay much because that's a lot in there, but like it said, there's 1 1/3 yards. And then what else is in this pack? You get some of this. I share this with all of the lace packs, and there's quite a bit of it. This is really pretty. I kept some. There's one of these. I kept some for myself for my stitching purposes. Yeah. And then why do I call this the eyelet pack number 148? This is old. This was in, and I think one of these packs, I'll show you in a minute, has, you know, well, y'all know, sometimes the buyers don't, well, I guess they do know all of it because they wouldn't be buying it, but the ladies that buy like for sewing, like real sewing stuff, you know that sometimes this stuff comes in plastic and it's just lined out in plastic. Well, there's a lot of this here, and it's yellowed. I will tell you that because this is vintage, this one here. And there's a lot of it there. I was saving this to avocado dye, but I'm not. Look how much there is. Can you see that? Right? And there's this trim, which is really pretty, and I'm not going to unravel it. You can see it there, how pretty that is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's pretty. I would love this in black. And I won't say what for or why, but pretty sure you can make a good educated guess. There's a lot of that there, and that might be in one of the other ones. I'm not sure. Some of these just got the one thing. More lace. I think all of the 3 lace packs got this piece here, and there's, you know, substantial amount of it there. That's kind of a off yellow, a dirty yellow, a dirty 30, a dirty yellow. We're not playing dominoes, Renee. Don't say dirty 30. Okay, this piece is so nice. I love this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love this. And I think this pack is the only pack that got that. I think. We'll see, because I can't remember. I just divide stuff up, guys, and throw a piece over there and throw a piece over there. I do try to be conscious when These are leftovers from kits in the past and things like that. But I try to make them unique, but also sometimes they're similar. But this I don't think is in any other pack. And this went in some of my stitchery boxes a long time ago. And it's a lot of work, of satin work, stitching work. And there's about that much of it. And you get a package of unopened vintage. I mean, this label, look at it. It's got a barcode, but this is old stuff right here. And this is red lace. And red lace has always been tricky for me to find. So there you go for Valentine's Day. That's really pretty. And it's 10 yards of it. Unopened. Never opened. I think the other packs have that too. Then you have this piece of really pretty pink. This is a very shiny, happy pink. It's got silver. It's pink and silver. And it's old. This is very vintage. Very, very pretty. It's kind of a dirty pink. It looks like it could be avocado dyed, but it's not. So there's about that much of that. And then you've got some of this. I think I put, what color is that? I put this cream in this one. There's a white one like this in one of the other packs. Okay, so there's that. That's really nice. And there's that much of it. And this ribbon is, and y'all know, I don't hold nothing back, and I'm honest. I don't like this ribbon. It's stiff. It's papery. I don't like it at all. But there it is. It's in there. It's a teal. No me gusta. I don't like it. And then this pretty ribbon is fun. This has got that much in there. And it's got some pretty florals, and this is cool. I like that. Still feels a little papery, but I like it. It's got some pretty florals on it. There we go. Yep. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of it in there. And then some pink rickrack. Tons of it. Tons of it. It's the larger rickrack. You see it? And this is pretty. This is a kind of a, I don't know, excuse me, kind of a, I feel like this is like a lattice kind of a thing. Is that so? Is there a stitch called a lattice stitch? I don't know. I have a book. I saved my, for me guys, this is for me. I saved my, oh, but I do have some other sewing books in here. Okay, wait. I have problems. Wait. Whew. I'm organized. I'm really organized, but oh my God. Okay, so this is my book, and this is the book. Let's see if there's a lattice stitch in here. Let's look. Because this is the one I reference. If I'm not watching y'all and remembering, you know, the beautiful simplicity of my great-grandmother's hand stitching, I'm referencing stuff. So let's see if there's a lattice stitch. I don't think there is. No, there's not. It just starts. There could be. Pekingese stitch. What the heck is that? I think somebody did that one time. I don't know. But anyway, that's my book. And that's the one I'm using to reference. But that's what this reminds me of. And there's that much. That's not in any of the other ones, I don't think. Okay. And then, why do I call it the late eyelet pack? Because of this and I put this in my, okay, let me show you. So this I've had for a long time. It's gorgeous. I put it in stitching boxes, stitchery boxes, needlework boxes, needle tapestry boxes. That's a word I made up. Needle tapestry. I know, haberdashery. Blah, 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 blah. I can't say it. Haberdashery. Okay, there's that. So I use this. I've had this for a while. This is how you know I'm destashing. Let me show you my where I used it in my work is right there. So I used that eyelet on my my panel. And I keep showing y'all this panel because I'm so proud of it. And I just stitched. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about satin stitch or any of that. I was just stitching. And so that's where mine sort of, how I used this particular eyelet piece here. That's the way I used it. But you can use it however you want. And it makes a nice trim on something. Okay, laces. I'm going to go fast. We got this one. I'm trying to keep it to 2 videos, guys. This one, this is so light. This is vintage. It's so pretty. It feels like air. Really, honestly, it just feels like air on your hands. You can't even feel it. That's how light it is. And this piece, which is really pretty. And there's that much. This one. I think there's another of this piece. Oh, maybe not. This is vintage. It's old. That much. And this piece here, I think I put this in my stitchery boxes a long time ago, or some sewing kit with everything you need in the kit to use. For me, a kit means more than paper. You can't sell a whole bunch of needles and call it a kit. Maybe it's a collection. I don't know. But a kit means you have paper, fabric, a needle, thread, a book cover, kit to make a whole something. Kit is not a paper collection. And I wish the really smart, successful ladies would stop saying kit. It's not a kit. It's a paper collection. Where's the needle? Where's the thread? And I love them all dearly. I really do. And I'm just kind of challenging them a little bit on that. Kit means it comes with enough to make a one something. Where is your book cover? Where is your needle? Are you providing thread? A kit means making a whole something. If you only have paper that, your customer prints off, beautiful paper, by the way. Woo, hands down, bow down, bow down. Beautiful paper. That's not a kit. It's not a kit. Research. Don't get stuck in the word. But if it's working, it's working. You know what I'm saying? If it's working for folks, it's working for folks. And that's them. But that's not a kit. A paper collection, paper is not a kit. If you're using the term kit, people want needles and threads. Everybody's selling stuff that so easily, the easy route out, and not, they're putting in the work, and I need to really don't even try to go there, Renee, because it's true. The work is there, but I'm just saying, a kit is not just paper. So offer your clients and customers some of that beautiful pearl cotton you got, and some of those needles you got and you're hoarding, and some book covers that you're hoarding. And that's for everybody. It's not for any one person. All right, that's number 148. And I know I've ran my mouth and chatty Cathy, and I'm sorry, but y'all know me by now. And I'm about to sign out of here. So I just might start doing some reviewing of folk. And even if you block me, I can still review you. So, yeah. Okay, so there's that. And I don't want people to block me because I'm not trying to get on people's nerves. I just be telling it like it is. I mean, a kid is not just paper. The paper is beautiful and it's archaic and old and, you know, collected to make the digital printouts. But that's what they are. Kit means all the things you need to make a one something. Okay? I'm just saying, and I'm kind of a little touchy about it. And y'all know why. Those of you who've been with me for a while, you know why I'm touchy about that shit. Okay, so that's number 148. I've got, that's a 148 seems really big. Okay, let's see what's in this one. Let me go a little faster. If the videos go more than 2, I'll let y'all know. I'll have to change things up. There's 1, 2. But I'm trying to keep it to 2 videos because, ooh, Lord have mercy. If I wish I could share the stuff I have to do. Y'all don't even know. There's 3, 4, and I'm not a stressy person, but now I am stressing. 4, what? How many is that? See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running my mouth. 5. There's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and this is the other pack that has the 9 in there. All right, and then this one has a pretty useful pillow cotton linen piece, and it's pretty big. It opens up, so it's pretty nice size. And sometimes when I get these things, I just keep them like I find them, and you know, and just pedal them straight up like that. So there's that. That's a nice piece. That would be a really good base piece, I think. And this one has this. Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same. I think kind of, but it's in remnants. So you get that same really pretty pinky lace. There's one piece, and then this is the same lace, but it's got this pretty pearl. I don't know if that's stitched. Yeah, that's stitched on there. Yeah, somebody took time to stitch that out, so it's stitched on there. Okay. Could have been someone was making something. And then this one gets this gorgeous. Look how much is in there. Can you see that? Boom, 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 boom. That's generosity right there. So this piece here is gorgeous, and that's old lace too. Beautiful old lace, just gorgeous. And like I said, for those of you, you know, a lot of ladies have a lot of stuff and stash, but you can always buy things and make your own packs or gift or make Happy Mail. The possibilities are endless because I won't be doing this anymore. So I'm just letting it all go. This is really nice too. This is that kind of eyelet. This eyelet is more newer than the other eyelet in the 148 pack. And this one gets some pink too, also. It's got 1 1/4 yard with its yellow tag. And that's a staple, not a pen, but just be careful when you get it and you open it. So there's that pink blush. This is a blush, and I use all the old terms for color references. Like, you know, nowadays they might call this like a chartreuse, blah, 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 blah. Really? Or carruterie. What is it called? Catratuterie? I don't know what it's called. And that doesn't have anything to do with this color, but you know the words now that which is good, because, you know, you got to evolve. We have to evolve with our words. We just can't stick to cute and aww. Oh, I'm so sick of aww. Oh my God. Okay, so there's 2 pieces of that. And then this is what I was talking about. Seamstresses, those who sew. I remember my grandmother had stuff like this. And this lace just comes, if I were to pull this out, this lace would just come out of this plastic, but it's been in this plastic being protected. And see how it's gathering there? So it's in there, and I'm not going to pull it all out. So it's a little plasticky sounding, but it is gorgeous. Vintage lace. And there's a lot of it. Oh, let's look at it really good, what it looks like, the pattern. Hang on, let me take a drink, guys. It looks like, well, let's see what it looks like. It's ruffly. It's just ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. So there it is. And there's a lot of it. Bunch. And protected in this plastic. I sold some laces like that in some blue plastic way back when on my channel. In my stitchery boxes. Okay, this is ribbon. It's pretty. I love it. It's got these little tiny rosettes on it. Little floral pretty thingies on there. Feels papery. I don't know why ribbon has to feel papery like that, but that's what it feels like. And here's this pack, unopened, never opened. Complete vintage red lace, very hard to find. If you don't like it, gift it to one of your friends who do like it. Put it in some Happy Mail. Then this one has some eyelet. Same. I had so much of this, and if I'm not mistaken, this eyelet came out of one of these plastic thingies, and I just took it all out. I didn't want to do that again. I remember when I did my stitchery boxes, and I had so much of it, so I just divided it into 2. I don't think the 3rd pack has any of this. I don't know. We'll see. I don't remember. I just divide stuff and keep going. That's vintage. Very nice. This eyelet is so nice. I love it. This eyelet is very, 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 very vintage in comparison to that one. Okay. Just to be clear, and you can tell even in the color of the 2. And then this one has that. And it has this lace. And this one has this trim. This is piping trim. I learned what this was from my dear friend Sonia Milejevich. Sonia Milejevich. Oh my gosh, she's probably giggling at me. I know she is. Oh man, I told you guys when I was teaching at the first university where I first started teaching private university, I had a student who was from Belgrade, and we were talking about enunciation and last names, and I was mentioning Sonia's last name, and that student helped me pronounce it right. Oh, after that you can get me to stop saying it. And Sonia just found it so funny, and just, you know, I just miss her so much, and I think about her a lot. I talk about her a lot because she was such a good person, and she was really my friend. We were friends, and she couldn't understand why I didn't like blue. I wasn't being mean, I just don't like blue. It's not that I don't like it, it's just not my color. So we got over that. But anyway, and then you have this piece, beautiful piece here. And this is old vintage, probably cut from something, as you can see from the edges. And this piece here, this is gorgeous. I think that was in the other one. So there's a lot of that. And this piece. And there's that. And this one. And this one. That's old. That's like 80s. And then here, so that other one was the white one. This is the cream one. Yeah, this one looks more cream. I hope I got that right. I think the other one is white. Yeah, this looks more cream. And there's a lot of it there. All right, so there's that. And there's the Rick Rack. And here is a pink, the pink piece. Lots of it there. I cut it in half, you know, evened it out. And there is some of that lace I used in my stitchery panel. And then this, ooh, it did get some. Look at that. I love this stuff. I don't think I kept any for my stuff, but look at it. I just love that. Isn't that fun? Dangly, 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 dangly. Dangly, 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 dangly. Love it. Okay, there's that. Okay, so that's going to be $149. Okay, and then let's get that all popped in. I'm watching the time. I really don't want to do more than 2 videos, guys. It's not going to be, definitely not going to be more than 3 for sure. All right, so there's that. Get all that air out. All right, that's $149. And then I've got, this smaller one. And there'll be a lot of extras that come in with these too. I have several of those boxes. I said one box, so I showed on the intro, I showed this one box here of stuff, but I have way more than that. That's just not even. Oh, I can't even. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this one. There's 1 and 2. And 3. I think my video is going to split here in a minute. I like that. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one gets a nice old vintage fabric. Very pretty cottony fabric. There's the pattern. This would be good for like a bee journal maybe, or you know, some kind of fall theme. And here's the selvage. Well, there it is. Quick as a Wink by Rebecca Carter for SSI. I'll just hold it right there. All right. So there's that. And then these beautiful pieces. I love these. These came from Carla Frizzell. And they're sample pieces, but they make awesome, beautiful journal covers. I think these would even make really nice needlebook, strong needlebook covers. So there's that one. And I tried to keep the color theme. Now, the only thing that goes off on the color theme is down in here. But I tried to keep the color theme. I really like these a lot. I kept some of these for myself too. So you've got these creams and golds. You can see that there. And then this one has a beautiful cottony piece. It's pretty big and it's commercial. Let's see what it says. It says machine wash warm. What does that say? Ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't have my glasses. Let me put it up in here and see if the camera can help me. Help me, please. No puedo ver bien. Okay, let's see. Woo. Okay. Calmate, wea. Okay, it's not letting me turn. Is that turnable? I don't know. Anyway, tumble dry. Oh, Lord, tumble dry. Duh. And then it says muslin. No iron. Okay, so there's muslin. I love getting old. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I'm grateful. Okay, and then here is some pretty lace. Now this pack is smaller, and I tried to keep it in the creams, you know, like the creamy colors of stuff. So there's some cream lace. It's real pretty. And there's quite a bit of it there. I don't think the other packs didn't have that. Well, y'all would know by now because you've seen them. And your eyes keep track of that kind of stuff. Okay, and this black lace, which I love. This is very cool. Very pretty. And I think I didn't keep any of this for mine. I don't think, maybe a small piece, but I do have some black lace that I kept for my upcoming, you know, my upcoming stuff. So there's that. And then we've got, okay, sorry, sorry guys. Anyway, so this one has this old vintage eyelet on this gorgeous paper, this faded blue, and there's some of the stats, recordings of it, documentations of it. Just really nice. It says flame retardant. I can't see it. And then the American Fabric Bridgeport, New York office, blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of it there. You can see that much of it is there. So there's that. And then this is gorgeous. And I think this is unique just to this pack. If you can see that, it's so pretty. This is so beautiful. I love this. Really, really, really love this so much. Just gorgeous. Really pretty. And there's a lot of it there. And this pack also got some of that. Oh, one of my peers, one of my colleagues is texting me. Oh, okay, we have like a big, huge thing regarding the grant-funded work that I'm going to do pretty soon. So we're just in communication. Okay, and then this one, so there's that one. And that one you saw in the others. Then there's that one, which is pretty. There's a lot of it there. I don't think that one was in either of the other two packs. So, and then you get a roll of this, and I'm going to take the pin. Well, I guess I could leave that pin in there to keep it. Yeah, it's fine. So this, well, let me take it out to show you what this looks like. And be careful because it does have staples inside of there, if you can see those. So don't, you know, roll your fingers in there. I didn't take it off the roll. I just left it on there. It's a lot of it too, quite a bit of it. So there's that. And then you can kind of see here how pretty that is. Just beautiful. Sorry for the noise in the background. So I'm going to put this pin back in there just to hold that together. And then you get this one, and this is so gorgeous. This is Chinese braid. I'm pretty sure I might have clipped some of this off for Happy Mail, but it's still, there's a lot of it in there. So very pretty. And I think that's Chinese braid, guys. I could be wrong. I might be mistaken Chinese braid. That's not Chinese braid. That's I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. And I don't want to waste time trying to figure it out. I don't. Okay, and then this is so pretty. This is this really sort of this Venus seafoamy color. There were two patterns of this, and I did put some in Happy Mail. And look at the tape. That's how old it is. Look at that. Well, that you're not going to see on me, but you can see it here. Look how old that is. That's the tape that was on there to hold it together. That's the tape that y'all make. So this, I had another more sequiny pattern of this, but I saved it. It's so pretty. It's white. It's very weddingy or very seafoamy, you know, lots of really pretty fluorescent colors. And the beautiful part about this is that it doesn't, it's little tiny stretchy, but not really this way. But then you're pulling on the strings if you do that. But yeah, it's very pretty. I like that. And then there's a piece of this you saw in the other packs. Then this one did get some of that lattice. Which one didn't get it? I think the first one, 148, did not get this one, but 150 did. Whichever one, y'all know. Y'all are probably keeping up with it. I hope you are. You should always have pencil and paper and always write down your prices and stuff too, just to keep up with that. But everybody, I have to tell you while I'm showing you the rest of this dangly, 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 dangly. Everybody is just so wonderful, and everything just went so smooth with my sales and stuff. So it was just great. So here's this piece here and here and here, and wrap it around. Oops. Yeah, so there's that. And let me just show you kind of the length of it. There we go. There's the length of that. So there's that piece. I like that a lot. And then here's a piece of the pink with the silver. So all three of the packs got this pink in it, or pink in it. Oh my God. And then this little remnant, I think, was the only one privy to this pack. And then there's some of the lace that you saw. There's a nice piece in there. And this piece here was, oh, this is so precious. This is just really, now this is, and I'm sick of the word aw, but this is very aw. So I'm eating my own words right. Aw. So there's that. So pretty. Can you see it? Wait. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? I love that. That's very delicate. And then this is beautiful. This is old vintage lace too. There's a lot of it there. Whew. And very pretty. This is soft. This is old vintage, that one. And creamy color. All of these are really creamy color. And there's a piece of this. I think this might be a duplicate, or maybe not. I don't think so. This is old too. This piece here. Very, very old lace, this one. It's not stiff. It's very floppy-dappy. If you've been with me for a while, you've heard me say that before. Very floppy-dappy. And then this piece here is gorgeous. Very beautiful. Very pretty. And that's just a remnant piece. Oh my God, I know I'm not gonna waste. That's a repeat. I'm not gonna waste, not waste, but spend the whole video just on 2-3 lace packs. And this looks like it was cut off of something. Can you see that? Looks like it was just cut off. And then, oh, this is stiff, but look at the pattern. There's a lot of it there, but look at that pattern. And I think this is old. It feels stiff, but I just think it's gorgeous. That one is really pretty. Now I've had this pattern, this rose pattern, in a larger context, and I avocado dyed it, and it was just gorgeous. And then here's this piece right there. So pretty. That's just a remnant. I love that. I think that's so pretty. That's the kind of stuff is fun. That piece came from when I put pieces like that in my tins. And if you want to be inspired of, you know, creating your own stuff, go watch my full tins. It's crazy. I don't even know how I got all that stuff in them. I don't know. Oh, but I did. When you love what you do, you just put a lot of passion into it, right? So this is an old piece too, and I kept some of this for myself. This is crochet, and this vintage. Very pretty, very vintage. And this here, oh, this is so soft. And I think this might be, wait, that might be the lace that I told you is real soft and just kind of lays. Okay, so this is the one that's really, that just kind of lays, you know, no matter how. And it's so soft, really, really, really old good stuff. And there's quite a bit of it there. And this one, it's really pretty. A remnant. This one, I think it might be a repeat. Excuse me, and this one. That's really old too. Very pretty. Okay, so that is lot number 150. Okay, and I'm gonna find a different, I don't want to put, oh, here's a bag. Let's see if it'll fit in here. Guys, some of my bags are reused, so it is what it is. Recycle, recycle, recycle. My mama, I was, you know, when I was going through a lot of the stuff, her Etsy stuff is so fascinating, guys, because my family, we believe in like earth and nature, like most of us do. Earth and nature, and, you know, preserving and trying to do the best we can in recycling and things like that. And every one of her, she was so organized. Oh my God, that woman was organized, honey. I didn't get that from her. And, you know, she wasn't the most patient woman with people. She didn't have patience, and neither does my husband. I do. I mean, like, I can sit in a car, and when, you know, if we're out and about and I need to wait, I'm good. I'm okay with waiting, just to a certain degree. My mama, oh my God, forget it. But she was so organized. She was like the organization queen. And so one of the organization queens. And so that's going to come in an old bag. So there's that one. It's not going to close, but I'll close it. So there's 150, 150. Anyway, long story short, I saved a lot of her tags with her handwriting on it, and she would use things like her, you know, back patches, cardboard, or she would use cereal boxes or coffee boxes, anything she could get her hands on to cut up and write a label on there. And one day I'll show some of those to you. I have some here. I kept quite a few of them because it just sort of reminds me of her consciousness of recycling. So some of these boxes are just like, you know, her hot, there we go, icy hot patch. This black oriental was her ice cream sandwiches, you know. And so I kept a lot of them. Unconsciously, I don't know, it's just something, because it has her handwriting on them, and it just shows that her recycling consciousness. Anyway, some of y'all get it. Most of you do, because we junk journal, right? We're saving the earth too, art piece by art piece. Okay, next, what do I have next? So that's all the lace. Now, I have a bundle of, oh God, there's so much more than this, guys. It's so much more. fabrics. Oh, and now my husband's calling. So I'm going to leave it right there. This morning it was my sister, my sister, my sister. Now it's my husband, my husband, my husband. So I'll be back